In this Autodesk Fusion tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can split a body of a model that's too large to fit in your 3D printer. Here I have just a simple pig model that I want to 3D print, but it's bigger than my 3D printer. One way to check how big your model is to create a sketch, select one of the planes, then make a rectangle, make sure it's not constrained anywhere, so I'm going to click over here, then type 256, tab 256. This locks the dimensions of the rectangle in Fusion to the size of your 3D printer. Make sure you change this to your size. Then you can move the rectangle around to see which parts fit. It's best to think about this when you're designing, so I probably could have designed these legs to fit in a different way. But say you didn't do that. Now we need to fix this, and we don't have time to redesign it. So we want to look where is the least intrusive way to split it. If I put it here, I can keep the ears and the nose all together, and it'll give a nice printing surface. I might even be able to lay it on the back here without supports. So I'm going to put this square right here and then finish the sketch. Now I need to split this body. So I'll use the split body tool. Autodesk Fusion asks you which body you want to split. It'll be this body. And then I need to select the splitting tools. If I select the square, it'll automatically split this body into the different pieces. If I press OK and then open up the bodies, I can see the different bodies here. You can also add keys if you want help aligning these. So I can select this body, create a sketch, make a circle right here, let's say 20. Then if I press E to extrude, select this circle, drag it out, and then instead of having it go perfect out like that, if I add a taper angle of -5 or even -10, this will make this taper in really strongly, and that'll help it fit into the other part. But you're thinking there's no other part to fit into. You're correct. So if I bring this body back, I can use the combine tool. So here I have combine. The target body will be this part of the pig. The tool body will be this part. I don't want to join them back together. I want to cut. And as you can see, make sure that you click the Keep Tools button. That way you don't lose the part of your pig. Now if I hide that part of the pig and look in here, this is like a perfect fit. So we don't want that. We want to offset faces. So if I click offset faces, I can click this face and this face. And if we go, -0.4, that should give us plenty of clearance to line that part up. So if I hide the body, then create a sketch right on these legs, press C for circle, draw 4 circles. I'll use the equal constraint to make them all equal, give them a dimension. I'll use the vertical horizontal constraint to keep them constrained this way. And now I can position these so they look okay. I think this is great. I'm going to press E to extrude. Click these circles. We'll go up 20 again, and then our taper angle will be -10. Press OK. We can bring the big body back. Then once again, we'll use combine. Now you see why I put the keys on the feet instead of the big part, because I can only select one target body, but I can select many tool bodies. So I can select all those tool bodies, keep the tools. If I hide these feet, you can see that the pig has everything it needs. And then remember to offset faces. Click Modify, Offset Face. This face, all the faces for putting your 3D print together in pieces go -0.4. Of course, you can make that bigger. Press OK. Then I can click this top level, select 3D Print, Print Utility. Everything is selected because I selected the top level. When I press OK, it automatically puts it into the print utility. I'm currently using Bamboo Studio, but you can use Cura. Or this file contains several objects positioned at different heights. Instead of considering them as multiple objects, should the file be loaded as a single object with multiple parts? And you want to say no, you want them to be multiple objects. We want them to be multiple objects so we can move them around. And already you see the error because we have this error. It doesn't fit in the boundary plane, but we have all our pieces. So I can move this one around, select them all, we can auto lay them down, and then we can press A for arrange, and now each one would fit onto its own print bed. So now I have all the little pig feet fitting on a print bed, and I have the pig fitting on a print bed. I might be able to rearrange this a bit more to have, but now I can 3D print my model and then glue it together, sand and paint, and I can have something larger than a 3D printer. Hopefully this allows you to split your models so they're smaller and fit inside a 3D printer. Happy 3D modeling!